So the day is currently Tuesday. I've been out here in Virginia since Thursday, and in that time I've done about 550 or so miles in Miley. Just want to interject for a quick second as I edit this video. I was going through all the routes we drove over the trip, and I said 550 in the video, but turns out we did just shy of 700 miles in Miley. So not like a massive difference, but again, that's another 150 miles on the car that we had no issues, ran perfect, cruised out the entire time. So just wanted to add in there. Just about 700 miles from Thursday to Tuesday in Miley, no problems, ran like a champ. All right, back to the video. And she has not missed a single beat. No wheels have fallen off. I haven't ran over the lip. My ignition switch didn't die. We've had no issues. So this has been great redemption from the Helen fiasco, but she's been doing amazing. She is staying here in Virginia for about another 2 weeks. Then at the end of this month, when the Severo leaves, she's going back to Florida. So we'll see her in like 2.5 weeks or so. But this trip has been fantastic. A massive thank you to Nick, Open Air Imports, for one of the shirts right here, which actually, these are all available right now on the website if you want to get one. This one actually has a 964 on the back. Super sick shirts, some posters. I think keychains, a few other things. But again, massive thank you to Nick, Open Air Imports, for one, shipping all my cars back from Germany, and then also bringing Miley out here, going to the show, just being an amazing friend. So again, I cannot say thank you enough. You did good. You did really, really good. I am still mad that I did smack my quarter back here on the wheel. That's my fault. I had the car too low, hit a bump, and we did that, which isn't the end of the world. If that's the only issue we had this entire time I was here, you know what? We'll take it. Let's get one last little sit before we head out here just a minute. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Driving this car up, a little stressful. Just because you have a wheel fall off your car one time and you're like, man, that would really suck to have that happen again. I must have checked these wheels 20 times, but never got loose, no issues. So it must have been the just slightly longer bolts I had before. Only happened on one wheel, which thankfully is only one. But now with the OEM Mark IV lugs, everything seems to be solid. Even yesterday I pulled the wheels off, checked the adapters, everything was still tight, not a single issue. So it seems like we're all good. Fingers crossed we're all good, because I don't ever want to see a wheel fall off my car again. Thankfully, how it happened, it worked out perfectly, that the rotor landed on the wheel and it just rolled together. Somehow the wheel was fine, somehow my fender was fine. It all just worked out. But you have a wheel fall off your car one time and you really start thinking every time you hop in the car, like, man, any vibration you feel like, oh, the wheel's gone. It's kind of terrifying. But again, could not be more proud of this girl. We did about 550 or so miles, just cruising around. Went to Charlottesville today, see my sister, and just this thing didn't miss a beat. What a good car. But as I said, we'll see you in about 2.5 weeks, and we'll go from there. That's it. Our time with the old girl is up. Lock her up. She's good to go. What a good car. At the airport again. I feel like I just live at airports. Past 3 weeks have been just travel, which is fun, but whew, kind of ready to be home. Why does this thing look lowered? Am I crazy? There's no that stock height. It looks low. This thing definitely looks lowered. But it's sick. It's a boat. And they're giving it away, looks like. Maybe I sign up real fast. Maybe I win a Mercedes. This thing's kind of sick. All right, my friends, we're doing it. We're signing up to win the Mercedes. And could you imagine I win this thing? That would be sweet. Friends, I filled it out. And there it is right there. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? She's in there. I win this thing. It's a 2023, hold on. 2023 S500. Could you imagine? Just randomly fill this out and I win. All right, so from the time I got out of Nick's truck to me making it to my gate, 9 minutes. That's out of the truck, through security, to my gate, 9 minutes flat. Richmond's not very big, and it's like dead in here now, which is sick. But my flight got delayed 32 minutes so far, so hopefully it's not gonna get any pushback any further, and it's not a super long night, but we'll see. Yo, why does the Richmond airport have an absolute fire selection of Hot Wheels? Look at this Alpha. There's a whole bin full of them. ID Buzz. Well, I'm filling the bag up. All right, we are boarding only 19 minutes behind schedule, so things are looking pretty good. The temperature says 87, but it feels much hotter. On the bright side, it's the Wagon. I've missed this thing greatly. I get so used to how like loud and aggressive the cold start on Miley is. When I start this car, it still sounds good, but like this car is way less dramatic. Okay, officially back home again, and I mean, I've had fun this month. We've done Low Show, we've done Waterlands, we've done Dubs of the Gap, we've traveled all over the place from East Coast to West Coast, back to East Coast, finally back home, and I think we're good for traveling for right now. I might have a trip coming up in 3 weeks, but until then, I think I'm just gonna chill, probably here for the next couple weeks and just breathe a little bit. Aside from that, I don't have much to do at the current moment. I do plan on taking the Wagon out and wash it today because it's been like almost a month and the car is disgusting, but I'm gonna wait till the sun goes down a bit and I'll wash the Wagon. But aside from that, just chill. My plan right now is to just chill. It's so nice to be home. All right, Wagon is officially clean. Clean, clean, clean. You know, I talk bad about this color quite often because, I mean, it's just gloss black. It's an absolute pain to upkeep. But when she's clean, I gotta give it to her. The gloss black does be looking pretty good. Now, I only say it's clean for about 30 seconds and it's filthy again. But in this, like, minute after the wash, the gloss black goes pretty hard. Can't complain. I still kind of, sort of, more than likely want to change it at some point, like wrap the car a different color. We talked about the Millennium Jade kind of color, but again, when the black is clean, it's not too bad. Also, give you guys another brief update on the Wagon kind of future plans for this car. When I was out on the West Coast talking to David from Tectonics Tuning, we talked about getting some cams for this car and possibly doing their high flow cat. They do have headers and a high flow cat, but again, this is the daily. And I don't want this car to be quite as loud as Miley, because again, I daily drive this car, start up early or come home late, and I can't be, you know, my neighbors are really cool, and I love them, but I don't want to push it too far. But I do think for the Wagon, it's kind of sluggish, and with the VR6, I love the engine, but with the bigger body, the Wagon just weighs more. It doesn't feel as peppy as it could. So I want to do cams in the car. I'm not sure what size just yet. Probably a high flow cat, leaving the stock headers, keeping the Remus in the back, of course, and then possibly doing a tune on the car, just to give the Wagon a bit more pep. Long term, when I have way more money, I want to supercharge this thing and probably get another daily and have this car as more like a show car. But in the time being, as daily driving goes, cams, tune, high flow cat, and then I think I'll pepper up just a little bit and give her a bit more sound. Not too much, not piss off the neighbors, but just a little chop to the car will be sick. So aside from those little brief Wagon updates, I think that's all I have for this video. Just kind of a travel video. Coming back home, like I said, Miley will be back at the end of this month, and then possibly, I haven't confirmed this with Nick just yet, but possibly next month, October, Euro Trading Cars and Coffee they host, we might be having a car shipped in and taking a special car to the Cars and Coffee. Again, not confirmed just yet, but that's kind of our talks in the background. As things kind of progress, if it actually happens, I'll update you guys. I'll probably post it on Patreon. Yeah, I'll post on Patreon today. They can see it, whether it happens or not, who knows, but they can at least get an idea of what's happening, and we can go from there. So if you're not a Patreon, link is down below. You do not have to join, but for those of you who want more updates versus Instagram or YouTube that I don't always post on, I do try and post a lot of updates on there. So with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.